Hey guys, and welcome to Double Dose Tip Talk. I am Natalie, the Gray Hair Goddess, and welcome to my channel. I would like to welcome all the old subscribers and the new subscribers. You both are welcome. I'm glad to have you here on another Tip Talk. Well, today's Tip Talk will be why you avoid red flags in a relationship. Why you just avoid them all. You don't pay attention to the red flags when they're there. So that's what we're talking about today. Okay. So I am just going to jump right into the video, and I will do all the salutations, all that stuff at the end. So I'm just going to jump right in. So the first thing that I have for why most people avoid the red flags in a relationship is because you put your intuition on pause. Okay, so your intuition, you actually stop your intuition at the door and say, hey, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Even though it could be something very, very important that could definitely break your heart, you pause your intuition and you either dismiss all of the signs which your intuition recognizes. It automatically recognizes when it's going to be hurt. So your intuition warns you. Your intuition is actually the red flag that goes up and says, hey, wait a minute, you're going to be hurt. Pay attention to this, pay attention to that. It asks you to pay attention to details because your intuition is actually stating that it's nudging you and letting you know that you will be hurt in this situation. Okay, so this person could be very beautiful. This person could be something that you've always been looking for, but unfortunately there is a red flag. So since, this person has it all, and since this person is perfect for you, what you do is ignore it. You ignore the intuition, you ignore the flaw, and that flaw becomes huge. It becomes a mountain of burdens and worries, okay? But when you put your intuition on pause, that's exactly what happens, okay? And then you submit to the misguided ideas of the other person. So when you put your intuition on pause, you actually submit to their ideas. So whatever it is that they feel or think, you submit to that, and it's misguiding you. Your intuition is on pause, so whatever else they're saying is gonna always sound good to you. It's gonna always look good to you. Okay, so try not to put your intuition on pause. Don't ever do that. Look at the red flags. That's your intuition is very important. It's a god or goddess within you. It's a godlike talent that you have. It's definitely the highest level of reasoning that you have. So it's very important to listen to your intuition. Okay, so the other reason why we put the red flags away and we don't pay attention to the red flags is that we don't want to end a relationship. We think that the relationship is perfect. It's wonderful. It's what I've always wanted. We think that person walks on water. Okay, so we have had such a good time. We've been everywhere. We've done this, we've done that, but you're still getting hurt. There's still some issues, some underlying issues that have not been approached or taken care of. So you ignore those red flags, okay? And you still want to be with that person, okay? So you don't want to end the relationship because you definitely fear being with someone else or starting over. Okay, so you ignore the red flags. You're like, hey, look, I'm not going to go out there. I don't know how the dating scene is. I don't know what's going on. So I'm not going to indulge in that. I'm just going to stick with what I have. And by doing that, by having that fear come towards you and you accept that fear, you're blocking any energy, any new energy coming into you. It's all being blocked. you're not going to be able to accept any new energy, because your energy is filled with that person and their red flags. Okay, because you feel comfortable with the red flag. Okay, that's one thing you feel. You feel like, oh, it's okay. That, I can look over that. That's something that I can look over. And then months down the line, it gets worse and worse. Are you still looking over it? That's a good question. Okay. So also, I just feel that, paying attention to your fear and fearing, when you fear that you're going to be alone, that's an issue. Okay, that's a situation, an issue that you have to take care of within. You were born, by yourself. You didn't have a twin with you when you were born. When you leave and transition from the earth, you'll leave alone. You won't, be taking anyone with you. And I mean, even if it's a group that transitions, everybody still is individual. It happens at a different time. Okay, so even still, you came here alone. You have to love yourself and know how to live with you. Once you love yourself and respect who you are, and if you want to upgrade yourself and do whatever you want to do to yourself, that is wonderful, whatever makes you happy. But you cannot be afraid to be alone with yourself. Why would you be afraid to be alone with someone that guides and leads you through life itself? How can you be afraid to be alone with you? With your own person, with someone who has the intuition, someone who has that intuition, that God and Goddess within them that tells them how to lead. Why are you afraid to be alone with that person? That person is very important. That person means everything to you. So you can never, ever be afraid to live alone, ever. Okay? Because that means you're afraid of yourself. That's what you're saying. I'm afraid of who I am. And you shouldn't be afraid of who you are. Why? What's the reason? And if you are afraid, you need to write down why and ask yourself that question. And if another question follows after that, make sure you have the answers to that. And research why you feel like you can't live alone by yourself. Okay? So also the last one would be trying to avoid conflicts. Okay? So that's the reason why you're overlooking all the red flags. You fear you're going to be alone. You're not going to find anyone else. So you make sure you don't argue. You're like, oh no, okay, it's whatever. You just agree to whatever, and it gets tiresome. You're tired, but you still agree. It's like whatever they want, whatever you want, as long as I can be with you. I don't want any fights, any conflicts. I don't want anything to come between us. Okay? Now, those fights and conflicts that you are trying to avoid are the red flags. So in case you didn't know, those are the definite red flags that you will encounter. Okay? So when you avoid conflict, you avoid hashing out an argument that you had, when you put those things to the side, when you put all of the red flags, to the side and say, hey, I don't know, I'm just gonna close my eyes, because this person gives me money, they're wonderful, they're great, they bought me a car last year, they did this, they did that, oh my God, we went to Jamaica, we had fun, but you still have the red flags. Okay? So that is what I have for you guys in my video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys for being there. I will come back with more videos. I will be here. I'll come back with more videos. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I have enjoyed you guys immensely. I really have. So I shall see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.